Peonies are one of my favorite shrubs, but I have to admit, there was a time when I couldn't grow them, and now my garden is thriving with peonies. So in this video, I'm going to show you what I do to get my peonies to get big, beautiful blooms. But more importantly, the mistakes I've made. You don't want to make those mistakes. So this is a video you want to watch if you love peonies. Let's get to it. So right now, your peony probably looks like this. Buds ready to burst any day now. The best thing to do right now, and you still have time, is to stake your peony. Many of the big box stores sell this type of peony ring. It's all open. You can easily slip this gate over your peony and give it support. If you use the other peony rings, this peony ring is really good, but only if your peony is still small. If your peony is starting to get tall, the best peony gate to use is the round open one. This peony, if you use this peony ring right now, you'll have a hard time getting the heads through the grooves and you may end up breaking a bud. And this is an example of the wide peony gate that I'm using. You can't even see the peony gate because this peony is so full. You don't want to get bug spray or ant spray and start spraying your peony, because you'll not only kill the ants, but you can also hurt your peonies. So stay away from any bug spray if you see ants on your peony. They really are not harming your peony, they're just collecting the nectar. Let's talk about small buds. Your peony plant will have different sized buds. It should not look very, very small or brown. If your peony bud is small or brown, that means that it's not getting enough water, and most likely it's not getting enough sunlight. If you have your peony in a pot and your bud looks very small and shriveled up, what you can do is move it to a sunnier spot and increase your watering. Wait, watering can be an issue when it comes to peonies. I used to water my peonies all the time, and what I noticed that it started to droop. The buds were smaller and the leaves were not that good and the stems became weak. So constant watering is not a good thing when it comes to peonies. Peonies actually are slightly drought tolerant. They want to be on the drier side. They don't like wet roots. If you live in a zone like me that is a cooler zone, right now it's still May, so it's cooler. You don't have to water your peony all the time. But if you live in one of those really hot climates, you may have to water your peony more often than me. How I solved my watering problem? A drip line. That's right. A drip line is an easy way to solve your watering problem because it gives just the amount of water and it prevents you from overwatering. If your peonies are still small, you can give it an extra boost by giving it fertilizer. I give it a balanced fertilizer of 10-10-10. You don't want to give it a fertilizer with a larger number in the middle because that will produce more leaves than buds. And you don't want to over fertilize your peonies. A bit of organic compost will also help. You don't want the mulch piled up on the roots or on the stem of the center of the plant. You want it to be distributed evenly. This is my peony hedge, and I have about 20 peonies in this hedge. Now you may be thinking, wow, that's a lot of peonies. It is. And what I do, the secret is that look at the bottom. You can see all that airflow. None of my peonies are touching each other. They have ample space and there's plenty of airflow, lots of airflow. And that is the #1 reason why people have problems with their peonies. They don't have enough airflow on the bottom. And a lack of airflow will lead to powdery mildew. And that is the #1 thing that so many people like myself struggle with when it comes to peonies. But I found the solution. It's not to water at night. If you have a peony garden, try not to water at night and definitely try not to water overhead. When you're watering, you want to water as close to the soil as possible. You don't want your hose or your drip line splashing up on the leaves. That will cause powdery mildew. Believe me, I should know. I've dealt with it for years. And now I don't have as much powdery mildew because I don't water at night and I don't let the water splash on the leaves. Guys, if you're getting any good information from this video, or if you're learning some tips that you never knew before about peonies, do me a favor, give me a like or hype this video. We're going to continue to make sure we get beautiful blooms this season. I also use tomato cages. So if you don't have specific peony cages, cages, you can also use tomato cages to support your peonies. Before I created this peony hedge, I had one peony and it was in my garden and it was in shade. And every year it would give me one bloom. I'm serious, one sad bloom, until I decided to move it to another location. And that was the best decision I ever made, because once I moved it to another location, which was sunnier, it gave me 5 blooms. The next season, it gave me 6 blooms. So if your peony is a little small and weak and it only gives you a couple of blooms, that's because you're not getting enough sunlight, babe. You need to move your peony to a sunny location. Now, mind you, you want a sunny location, not a location where the sun is scorching on your peonies. You want a location where you're getting mostly sun, 6 hours of sun, and afternoon shade. That's the secret. You need afternoon shade. If you live in a city or country that is very hot, I'm going to be honest with you, you're going to have a hard time growing peonies, but it's not impossible. The secret is to plant your peony in a sunny spot but gets a dappled shade, like someplace like underneath a tree or a canopy. That is the best spot for your peony because it's getting sun but it's not being scorched by the sun. This is my smaller peony in my front yard. And this is my other one near my porch. And I call this one my hefty one because this is my big peony. If you notice, they all have something in common. They're very lush. I've been to other people's gardens where they've had peonies, and most of the time their peonies are not as big as mine. I'm not bragging anything. I'm just saying that I have done a lot of mistakes and I have fixed them. So my peonies are nice and tall and lush, girl. They are lush. This is where I keep most of my peonies in my backyard. I have about 20 to 30 of them. They come in all different types of colors: pink, white, light pink, dark pink, and even red. So I can't wait for my peonies to finally bloom. So remember, if you are planning on getting peonies or you just got that peony from the big box store, put it in the ground, don't overwater, fertilize when it's small, and you can fertilize a little when it's bigger, but don't over fertilize, and make sure you keep it in a nice sunny spot. And I'm really excited about this Vego Garden raised bed that I have. You can see it right here behind me. Yeah, this is the first time that I have a raised bed. I'm growing broccoli, kale, bok choy, collard greens. You can see it's kind of bare right now, but once the weather gets a little warmer, tomatoes are going to be in here, cucumbers, all these other hot weather vegetables like peppers and string beans, so I can't wait. If you are interested in this particular raised bed, I have a QR code that you can scan real easily. It'll take you directly there, and you can even pick up my bonus code. Thank you so much for joining me here on my channel, Determined Gardener. Don't forget to hit that sub button, that like button, and share this video with any of your family and friends or any relative that is dealing with peony problems. They should watch this video, because after watching this video, they will no longer have those problems. Thanks so much. Again, see you in the next video. Bye-bye. Stay rooted.